We're going to get started. Guys, we're so excited that you are on this call, particularly tonight. This call is, if you can be biased about your favorite thing in network marketing, I am 100% biased about this compensation plan. It's what excites me. It is why I am here almost 9 years later, continuing to show up every single day for all of you on this call and for the thousands of others who are in our organization that are not on this call tonight. I am here because I believe so deeply in the power of Isagenix's compensation plan and what it empowers and allows all of us to do. So before we get into the comp plan tonight, which you guys are going to be really, really excited to see what we have prepared for you. We just released today, tickets went on sale for New Year kickoff in Phoenix, Arizona from January 6th through the 8th, which we're so excited about. So if you have not been to an Isagenix event, which this is the first big event, the first event that Isagenix has hosted since January of 2020, so 2 years.
Yeah.
So we're all getting together in Phoenix, Arizona, and there are only 2,500 tickets. So if you are thinking about coming and you want to get yourself into the room, purchase your ticket in your back office right now until the end of this month. Tickets are early bird for $149. But guys, this was the event 9 years ago that my dad and I went to, and it was the event that changed our life. This is my favorite event. Getting in this room, you will get to hear from Jim and Kathy Coover. You will get to hear from Dr. Plant. You get to be a part of the energy and the culture within Isagenix, and it just changes everything. And because we've been so disconnected for 2 years, do everything in your power to get in that room. James and I are going to prepare some things specifically for Freedom Living Team and for all of you who are investing your time, your energy, and your money to further along your life. So we are very excited. I know several of you, Kathy, Ellen, that I'm just looking at, Gina, the D.
Comment in the chat.
You purchased your ticket.
If you purchased your kickoff ticket.
I know some of our text messages were going off, but we are so excited about this particular event. So diving right in to this call.
I'll say lastly, if you haven't been to an event, 2,500 may sound like a lot to you. Last year's kickoff, I think we had well over 5,000 people there, and that was the smallest one we had yet. So they are massive events, and these tickets, I would not be shocked if they are sold out this week. So just to put in perspective, for those of you who haven't been a part of our amazing community and environment there, they're massive. They're super. I mean, if you just want to get fired up for your year in general, come to this place and just get around other people who are like-minded. So I wanted to share that.
Okay, so in one other fun little announcement, we've got an almost crystal manager who's on the call. So Kristen McCord is about to become a crystal manager, which would be Joni McLeod's manager towards Dash for Mexico, you guys. So this is really exciting. Kristen is so awesome. We had the privilege of going out to dinner with her and her boyfriend, Ryan, and this couple is dynamic. You guys are gonna hear a lot more from them. There he is. There's Ryan himself right there, and they're coming to NYKO. So they bought their tickets today, and they are all in, which we're pumped about. So tonight's call is about the compensation plan. We're going to dive right into it. Like I said in the very beginning of this call, 9 years in, nearly 9 years in, what keeps James and I continuing to show up, continuing to serve all of you, continuing to do comp plan calls, continuing to cast the vision is specifically because of what this compensation plan allows for every single one of us on this call. And so tonight, we are going to show you the asset. James is going to take over and show you the asset that you are personally creating by being a part of Isagenix and by building and growing your wealth. And so while Isagenix has incredible bonuses, I know Kristen and Ryan are going to probably earn over $500 in bonuses this week. And the bonuses are so exciting, and we celebrate every income that people are getting. We're here tonight, and what we want to continue to instill in this team is this long-term vision of creating true generational wealth, true legacy income, true residual income, and the power of the leverage that you have with Isagenix. And so again, 9 years in, we're more excited about this compensation plan with each passing year, because with each season of our life that continues to evolve and grow, this has helped aid us in continuing to evolve and grow true legacy income and true generational wealth for our family. So I'm going to let James take it away.
So I'm going to move through some pretty technical stuff. Well, not pretty technical stuff. I'm going to move through some stuff that might be a bit more technical. As Audrey was saying, you know, we have upfront bonuses. We have the foundation of our compensation plan. We have costs intertwined. It's wonderful. But tonight I want to go through a couple of different things that we don't generally talk about, but hopefully will bring some ease and clarity and excitement and focus when it comes to the activities that we are rewarded for. So comment in the chats. What is the basis of our cycles? The residual income. What is BV? Business volume. That's it. So while there are bonuses, while there's all sorts of crystal consultants, crystal managers, all that, there's so many thousands of dollars worth of bonuses that Isagenix has put into place. We are going to talk tonight specifically about residual and how you right now are in the driver's seat of your life in a way that maybe you don't even realize. You may not even realize. So we're paid on business volume, right? It's that simple. And here's how our compensation plan is set up. It's so incredibly easy. I did a comp plan call 2 days ago with some group of ladies. I think Debbie's on the line, who we did a comp plan call with. Everybody wave to Debbie. She's new here. She's super fired up. And she got done. She said, James, I've looked at a lot of different companies. I've looked at a lot of different comp plans. This thing is so simple. So you have 2 teams, right? 2 teams. Now, when you go into your back office, who checks your cycles? Who checks the cycles? Yeah. Okay. I do too. Now, checks the bid on. Is your focus just on the middle column where you see how many 2, 3, 5, or you looking at the business volume too? So can you guys hear me? I just got a notification that my internet was unstable. Are we still good? Hold on. Okay. Thumbs up. Can you hear me? Are we back? Okay. So business volume. So let me just share with you guys how I do this. And I think that this will hopefully create some clarity when it comes to what am I running next to? What is my next goal? Like, for instance, comment in the chats if you would love to hit the 5-cycle bonus. That means you have never hit the 5-cycle bonus once. You haven't cycled 5 times in a week. And when you do that, if you don't know, Isagenix gives you an additional $250 for the first and second time you hit it. Okay, so we got Becca, we got Mallory, we got Joey. I love it. Okay, so here's how I see this. Okay, so many people ask me, how do you gauge a rank advancement week? How do you look at volume? How much volume do I need? How many people do I need in order to create and quantify certain volume? You can do that several different ways, but here's as simple as I take it. You take the premium pack, right? How many business volume points roughly is the premium pack? Somebody comment in the chats. 200, right? Okay, so here's how I factor this. If somebody comes in with a premium pack, that's 200 VB, right? I help them become a consultant, 200 and 200. That's 600 business volume points. So you can factor this out. I'm sorry, this marker's a little bit dry. You can factor this out however you want, but here's what you need to know about 5 cycles, 10 cycles, 15 cycles. For 5 cycles, you need 1,500 points to flow through one account per week, and you need 3,000 on the other. Now, if you're sitting there and you're saying, how do I calculate how many cycles, like if I want to hit 5 cycles this week, how do I calculate what I need? Well, you're going to take 300, or I'm sorry, yeah, you're going to take 5, and you're going to multiply it by 300. That's going to equal 1,500. And then you're going to take 5, and you're going to multiply it by 600, and that's going to equal 3,000. Do you guys see how that happened? You guys see how I did that? I get so many questions, and I get that this might be elementary, but it's blurry. Okay, I don't know how to do there. Let's see. No, I think it's just the internet right now. You guys can pray that the internet would get back.
Hey, James, could you move the computer maybe just a little bit closer?
Here, I can just hold it. Let me hold it.
Yeah, Odd's gonna hold it. It's sitting on a ginormous desk right now that would definitely wake Maverick up if we slid it. So Odd's gonna hold it. And you guys, there we go. Is that a little bit better? Any better? Okay, great. She's gonna get her shoulder work out of it. Okay, so whenever you want to find out how much business volume does it take to cycle 10 times a week, 7 times a week, all you're gonna do is you're going to multiply the number of cycles that you want for that week, or you need for the rest of the week. Let's say you're at 3 cycles, okay? And you are going to multiply that by 300, which is the smaller side in our compensation plan, and 600, which is the larger side. Now, again, this can seem very elementary, but guys, when this really starts to sink into your DNA of how you start to calculate this and how business volume is moved, it can really accelerate the growth in your business, because you can see how close you are, and you realize how close you are to 5 cycles. And you say, look, I only need, 3 more premium packs, and boom, I'm there. That's the activity that I need. Because so many people are saying, hey, how do I move the needle forward in my business? How do I increase my cycles? And when you can see the target, you can hit the target. If you don't know the target and you're just kind of shooting for, somewhere in the air, then the goal is it's not defined. We need to define the goal. So if this is your goal, you can break this down and you can say, okay, there's 15 people that I need to enroll on 100 BV on the Beauty Globe bundle. Let's say if you're at 0 BV on both teams, or I need to enroll basically 7 or 8 people on premium packs, and that can be done through you or anybody in your organization. So you could enroll somebody, right? And then you have somebody, like Debbie, who's on the call. She's fired up. She's getting people on the phone. And Debbie enrolls 2 people, right? 2 people on premium packs. That's 400 business volume that's gone towards your business volume, because with our compensation plan, none of it dilutes. And I want to reemphasize how important that is. Nobody in your organization is outside of your jurisdiction when it comes to helping them, when it comes to working with them, when it comes to saying, hey, I'm willing to hop on a call with you. Why? Because you benefit from 100% of that business volume. 100%. Guys, that's just not common in everybody's compensation plan. And so when you're looking at BV, and I'm going to move into something else really, really quickly, but when you're looking at BV, my challenge, my encouragement to you would be to start noticing and looking at your weekly business volume. Just start noticing it. Just start noticing it. What you track, what you focus on, and what you celebrate, you find more of, right? And so if you're like, some people have had a huge week. Some people had a huge week. I texted Derek last week. I said, man, you just had the biggest week of business volume on your right team you've had in a long time. That's something to be really celebratory of. Now, he didn't have the highest cycle week he'd had in a long time, but the business volume on his major volume leg was higher than it had been in the past several weeks. That's an indicator of growth. Is this making sense to you guys? Is this making sense? Because sometimes if you only get locked in on the cycles, you can miss some of the great momentum that's happening on your major volume leg that still needs to be growing. And you can be, oh, I'm deflated. I only cycled once last week, and I cycled maybe 2 the time before that. But you don't realize that you've added, 25% business volume on this right team. Okay, so moving ahead, I'm going to move this back here and see if we can see if you can see me. I'll hold it a little bit bigger, and if it's busy, then she's going to come back. So I want to talk about hours of productivity and getting paid, and how ICGen is unmatched when it comes to the availability of leverage that it can add to your life right now. Comment in the chats. How many hours a week are each of you working? Like in your traditional, in your job, in your day job? how many hours do you work per week on average? It doesn't have to be specific, like, hard and fast, but just give me a ballpark. 60 hours. Yeah, Kristen, I know you're Kristen's hustling. Who else? We can go with 60, 20, 40, 20, 40, 100. Landon tells you have a new baby, they're working like 150 hours a week. Okay, so here's the next concept that I'm tracking with you. And if you guys have any questions, comment them in the chats. I want to address all of them. 50. Okay, this is great. So let's talk about hours of productivity really quick. And I want to move fast because there's more stuff I want to get into. So if you are working is that blurry? No, we're okay. A little bit. Autumn, I might need you in just one second. Okay. So if you are working traditional, okay, meaning you are all that means is you are doing exact exchange from time to money. Your hourly rate could be higher, your hourly rate, whatever you can get paid overtime, but you are doing a direct exchange for time to money. Okay. So if you're working 40 hours a week, you have the potential to get paid on 200 or 2,080 hours of productivity for the year. Because you are putting in 40 hours of work, you're going to get paid on max, if you are working 40 hours a week, full time. The max you can get paid on your productivity is 2,080 hours per year. Okay, that's it. That's max. Now, your hourly rate could go up. Yes, you could get a raise, 2%, 5%, whatever, you get a raise. But this is still the cap because your limitation is time, because your variable is time. Okay, so even if you're working double that, you're still working just over 4,000 hours. And let me tell you, a lot of other areas of your life are maybe suffering and experiencing stress and tension because of the huge amount of investment that you're putting into your job. I want to show all of us right now what we have with Isagenix. And even if you're brand new, even if you're 2 weeks in, even if you're 8 years in, guys, we are so fired up about what we have in this day and age, in this day we're living in right here and right now, because of the power of leverage. It is unparalleled. So, Isagenix. And if you guys think this is blurry, just tell me and I can get my beautiful Vanna White over here and she can hold this up. So let's talk about leverage. I tell people, look, if you're working 10 hours a week, if you're working 2 hours a day, let's say Monday through Friday on your Isagenix business, that's a lot of work. That's intentional work. If it's intentional, it's not scrolling. I mean, I'm talking if you're doing calls, if you're showing a plan, if you're following up, 2 hours, or you could do an hour a day and then a little extra on the weekend as well, but 10 hours a week. Would you guys say that that 10 hours is probably about what most of you are putting in, if not more than that? 10 hours is pretty baseline. At least that's what I express to people, because they have jobs, they have social lives, and they want this to be a part-time thing that fits into their life and has the potential of being full-time. So let's take 10 hours a week, okay? 10 hours a week. So with Isagenix, you get to utilize and throw a lasso around the powerful concept of leverage, and you get to utilize it to your advantage. So with 10 hours a week that you are putting in yourself, okay, that's 520 hours a year that you are putting in yourself, which is obviously drastically less than what you're putting into your full-time job. But let's say, comment in the chats if you have 4 people in your organization that are excited about Isagenix. Just 4. Comment yes, thumbs up, me. Just 4 people that are excited. Okay, everybody, right? Everybody. So with Isagenix, let's say you have 4 people. You have 4 associates. And here's the cool part. You don't have to be the ones that personally enrolled them. They just notice my terminology. I just said in your organization. It could be anybody. It could be now a close friend that you didn't enroll and you came to find was in your organization. You guys are just fast friends. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be their personal enrolled. So you have 4 people who are excited about Isagenix, and you have a conversation with them maybe this week, and you say, look, I know that you see the financial, viability and opportunity with Isagenix. What do you say we put 10 hours a week, just, wherever we can, 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the middle of the day, 30 minutes at night. We just do that, and we grow this thing. This is exciting. You guys, Isagenix is evolutionary right now. There are so many leaders that just came back from corporate meeting with the, ELT and the Chief Science Officer, Josh Plant, Eric Cooper, about the exciting things that are coming in 2022. It's going to blow our socks off, the technology that they are releasing. It's so exciting. It's going to create a buzz in all of our markets. So you have 4 people, you say 10 hours a week. So they all put in 10 hours of their own time, for their own future, for their own business, for their own leverage, for their own freedom into this business. And guess what? You are getting paid on 40 hours of productivity from 4 people who are excited in your organization. What does that mean? While you are working your full-time job, working 40 hours a week, you are also getting paid on an additional 40 hours of productivity that's taking place in your side job, in your side hustle. Give me a break. If you were to work 40 hours a week at a day job and then go drive Uber for 40 hours or do DoorDash for 40 hours a week, can you imagine how much time you would be expending?
Yeah.
I mean, 80 hours of your week just gone. But here you're working 40 hours and then you're putting in 10 for yourself, and you have 4 other people in your organization, and you're getting paid on 40 hours of productivity. So the equivalent of 2,000 hours over the entirety of the year of productivity. Okay, so let's just take the law of averages, because it gets even more exciting, because I know that there are people that have larger organizations than this. So let's say you have an organization. You've been in for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Maybe you've been in for 8 years, and you have 500 people in your organization. That's it. It doesn't mean you personally enroll. It just means you have 500 people in your organization. And the industry standard is that about 20% of people are interested in sharing. Okay, so 20% of people that you introduce to Isagenix, statistically industry-wide, will be interested in sharing this in some capacity, with other people. So 20% of 500 is 100. So you have 100 people. And let's just say that, of those 100 people, you're not even telling them, about 10 hours a week. You're like, look, let's just do 5 hours a week. What if we did 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes a day in connecting and following up, and you could have conversations with your friends and your family. You could really make a crack at this thing, and you could actually, bring in maybe a couple $1,000s that would offset your credit card statements, or your mortgage payment, or your car payment, or, maybe it would just allow you to have some extra breathing room at the end of the year, where you wouldn't feel this financial burden on yourself come December, come November, come the holidays. So you have 100 people, and all they're just doing 5 easy hours a week. They're sharing this with people. They're posting about their products. They're getting on team calls. They're putting people in 3-way chats with you. You guys are leveraging the systems that we have in place to maximize results when it comes to our systems. Maybe you get them plugged into the Cepeda calls, and they're hearing all these sorts of validating stories about connecting, about the products, about the compensation plan. That's not work that you're doing. That's not things that you're doing. That's things that they're investing in themselves. So you have 100 people doing 5 hours of work. You're getting paid on 500 hours of productivity per week. Per week. You're getting paid 26,500 hours. You're getting paid on 26,500 hours of productivity per year. That is unfathomable. It would take you 12 and a half years working 40 hours a week to reach the same level of productivity that you can with 500 people in your or 100 people in your organization sharing this 5 hour, carving out 30-minute windows and sharing this with people on the most minimal basis you could possibly share it. Is this exciting to anybody? There should be a contrast. You should see a definite contrast in what we have right now. You guys, this is leverage. This is leverage. And the reason why Aud and I get so excited about Isagenix is because this concept is not afforded in every other capacity, really in any other capacity, where a 22-year-old, who graduated with a bachelor's in psychology degree and a 22-year-old who went to cosmetology school, we could come and hit a financial home run with this because of our willingness to serve people, learn a system, and stick to the plan. That's it. We didn't inherit a huge sum of money. We didn't have to invest $10,000 up front. We invested $200 or $300 or at the most maybe $600 of a consumable product that changes physiologically, where now we can, we're transforming entire legacies, you guys. That's what we're doing. That's what this compensation plan affords. That's why I start sweating all over when I talk about this, because this is something that's so much more than just a PIB. It's so much more than just a cycle. This is an income producing asset. It's so powerful. So I want to explain, and I know we're running close to time, so I'm going to be prompt here, but I want you guys to stick with me because this is powerful. Some of you have seen this, but it never, ever, ever hurts to see it again. So right now there's a lot of talk going on about investing and stocks and cryptocurrencies and all sorts of things that more or less are positioned for kind of some sort of get rich quick, or hey, make a quick buck and hit a shiny object, a shiny penny, and it's leaving people very, very stressed and feeling very exposed. But let's just take where a lot of people would understand. And I texted some of the leaders. You guys, there's so many people on this call right now who've made over $1,000 straight residually this past month. Over $1,000 just passive, just coming in, going life, going on road trips, taking care of family members, doing what you need to do, just residual coming in. So here's how I want to end this call. Isagenix is an asset. It is your asset, and it is an asset that you can grow to whatever extent that you want. So the final comparison I'm gonna compare this to is basically your most common investment, okay, that yields a 5% return. Somebody call me right now? That's weird. That yields a 5% return, okay? So something where you're putting your money in, and at the end of the year, that money has increased by 5%. Now, comment in the chats if you cycled at least once this past month. Comment in the chats if you cycled at least once. Okay, so here's how this works. We're going to do week, month, and then invest. Okay, so you're cycling, let's just say you're cycling one time a week. Okay, just one time a week. You're cycling one time a week, where we all started. Everybody started cycling one time a week. That's $54 a week. Okay, very simple. Very simple. That's, let's see, exactly $234 a month. Can you guys see this? Does I need to come closer? Could you come hold this for me? I really, really, really hope this makes you lose some sleep tonight in the best way.
That's good.
That's great. Yep. That's, I'm sorry. We're going to go year, and then we're going to go invest. That's $2,880. I'm sorry.
2880.
That is $2,080 for the year. Now, if you were wanting to make that type of residual income, $54 a week, that's it, just one cycle. You would need to have $56,160 sitting in an account, earning 5% every year, and you couldn't touch it. You couldn't pull it out to go on a shopping spree. You couldn't take it out to go to Mexico. You couldn't take it out to fix your car. It had to sit there, and you would earn $54 a week. Now, we're not going to get into people's finances and figuring out what people have and whatnot, but $56,000 in cash sitting in an account is a lot of money, and it takes a long time to accumulate that amount of money, not to mention all the expenses that are going on in your life. But I know that there are people on this line that are cycling 5 times a week. So let's go a little bit bigger. 5 times a week is $270 a week. And you're like, oh, that's really exciting. That's awesome. Like that's some pretty good money. It's $1,170 a month. And it is $14,040 for the year. Now, in order to make this type of money, in order to make $270 a week, 5 cycles, you guys, so many people with Freedom Living Team have hit the 5 cycle bonus and are cycling 5 times every single week. You would need to have over $250,000 sitting in liquid or an asset form, not able to be touched. $280,000. Guys, this is life-changing right now. This concept alone is worth its weight in gold. 280 grand, not sitting in your house, not sitting anywhere else, in an investment account earning 5% a year, which is pretty rich, and that's pretty high right now for in terms of what people are actually getting back. Okay, 10 cycles. We have a lot of 1-stars on this team. That's $540 a week residually. That's $2,340 per month. That's $28,000. That's some life-changing income. I do say so myself, but guess what? You need $561,000 in the bank in order to make that type of residual income. I mean, a lifetime. I mean, it takes so long to have that money sitting aside. So long, so many hours. You're trading so much time because it's linear and it's the only way you know how to work it. So you work hard and you pick up overtime shifts. You get another job, you continue to trade time. You're not trading time, you're selling your time. You're selling your time, that's it. And time is the most valuable commodity we have. So last one, for those who want to dream really big, comment in the chats if you dream big. Comment in the chats, I mean, I'm talking like you dream real big. Comment in the chats, I dream big. Say, I dream big in the chats if you dream big. 100 cycles a week. $5,400 per week, $23,000 a month, $280,000 a year. That's exciting. And we got some people on the team that I know are going to do that. You would need $5.6 million sitting in the bank, earning 5% every single year to make that type of residual income. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but that concept never gets tiring to me. Why? Because everybody's looking for a shot. Everybody's looking for a chance. Everybody's looking for a way they could change their financial trajectory. They just are. And maybe you haven't had the time and space to get into their relationship well enough to have that conversation, but I can almost guarantee you that they are. And you know what? I bet you that there's some more good in their life that they could do, and they could impact more people. It just maybe if they had some more resources in order to facilitate those sorts of experiences and interactions. But what you have with Isagenix, even if you have one person on your team who says, I want to do this, this is exciting to me. Go back to that hours of productivity and what you're paid on and calculate it if it's powerful for you. It's powerful to see this, is it not? It's powerful because you can say, look, I got 3 people that are excited about Isagenix just in my organization, not maybe who I personally enrolled. I'm getting paid on hours of productivity that I am not putting in myself. That should get every single one of us just launched out of bed with excitement and forget being nervous about connecting with other people. Forget that. Because when you see this and you see how life-changing this can be, you don't think about yourself. You don't consider what you look like. You don't consider what you sound like. You're looking at that other person saying, I can't promise you anything, but I think I have something that you seriously want to take a look at, and it might just in fact change your life. The connecting, all of that it just becomes so simple. Income producing asset is what each and every single one of us have. Compounding, the leverage, what we have together as a team unified is unmatched. And so I know we're 6 minutes over. I want to, thank you all for hanging with me. I hope this has been incredibly valuable, but just consider this. Go back in your compensation plan history. These 2 exercises, okay? Just do this. Don't do this for me. Do this for you. You're on this call right now because you have a dream and a desire, something in you. Maybe you've never whispered even to your spouse, maybe to your enrolling sponsor, that you want so deeply this to be that vehicle. And let me tell you, this can be that vehicle for you, 100%. And I believe, I'm just going to speak that out, that this is going to be the vehicle for you. But tonight, the 2 things that I want you to do, I want you to go into your organization, and I want you just to take a gander and to see how many people you could pick out of people in your organization that are excited about isogenics. And then I want you to I want you to add that number, and I want you to multiply that number if they had, and if you had a conversation with them about putting in 5 hours a week of connecting with people, developing themselves, of sharing their story about how these products have changed their life and how they're maybe excited to change their financial trajectory. Multiply that number. How many hours of productivity are you getting paid on right now? And then the second thing is look at your cycles. For those who maybe have had, have been around a little bit, you're cycling, every single week. Go ahead and use that formula. I can send this formula to the page. I can post it on here where you can calculate how much money you would actually need sitting there. And that, if you're cycling 1 time a week, it's as valuable as you having $56,000 in cash sitting there right in front of you. Guys, it's so valuable and it's so exciting. We can often take for granted what we have. We can lose perspective when we get spoiled in isogenics and they pay us so well and they provide so many resources. But I hope tonight has added a different level of conviction for you, that you can walk out, even if you are cycling 1 time a week, as if you are 10 foot tall and bulletproof, because what you have is unparalleled in the marketplace. And it's becoming even more valuable as our times and economic landscape is changing. It really, really is. You have the gold. You have every single thing you need right now. Shift your perspective onto the positive. Shift your perspective on what is happening, guys. New Year's kickoff is coming back. We said in-person events were coming back. They're back, baby. They're back. We are going back to in-person events, and the energy is going to be through the roof. So I hope this has been valuable. If there are any questions, if you guys are any running, this was necessary to cover, and I believe well worth it. If you do have any questions, text me, and we can keep rocking and rolling. You guys have a wonderful night. Go do those 2 exercises tonight, and we'll see you on this call next week. Take care, everybody.